when you talk about profile, it is a complete informations about guests, those who are staying with us. Say, for example, Mr. Nambiraj is coming to a hotel, and if he is staying with us, the complete informations pertaining to Mr. Nambiraj will be put in the system. That is basically a profile. So profile has many columns and informations. When you talk about profile, it has name, salutations in terms of title or gender, and then followed by address, pin code, postal code, and then nationality, and then when it comes about like ID, what ID has he given upon checking, what ID, Aadhaar card, whatever ID, whether is it valid. So these are the details which we will be scanning it when somebody comes in to check a hotel for a check-in, and followed by there are many incident which is hidden behind. When you talk about profile, so for example, if Mr. Nambiraj is coming to a hotel as a first time visitor, his all these details will be fed in the system, and when he is coming back to the hotel for a next visit, of course all the details will be pulled back when we are making a reservation. So for example, Mr. Nambiraj is coming to a hotel, he stayed and he had a couple of incidents with us. Say for example, he must have had a good experience or a bad experience. Whatever experience which he had upon departure, based on the feedback, we will be collecting it, and then the same details will be fed in the system to create a wow experience or to give a good well about the hotels. So based on this, there are many columns in the front desk module, and there is an option called profile.
Start. Okay.
I hope the will not be need for you know, operations department should have worked with. These are different module reservations. When you talk about front desk, so when you talk about front desk, it has columns like reservations, like when you're making a reservation.
Sit down.
So the reservations where the booking has been made for a guest, now making a check-in, and that option would be the front desk, and then doing a billings upon departure and whatever posting which has to be done. We would be using cashiering, and then room management that goes into housekeeping. So there's nothing related to front desk. When you talk about front desk, like there's arrivals to know the. Say for example, somebody comes for check-in and asking for their name. Sir, may I have the reservation name? So they would tell us either the reservation number or the guest name. So if we get into the arrivals, we will come to know on what names the booking has been reserved. Either that can be searched based on the name. Say for example,
You can search me now. I want to see my.
okay. So I'm asking for, sir, the booking has been made in the name of, then it's saying I have made a reservation booking in the name of Mr. Suresh. Okay, I couldn't able to find the reservations in the name of Suresh, then I'm asking for his last name. So is there any, can I have the last name?
BOKDE.
Mr.
BOKDE.
He's telling his last name.
B
So I'm
O.
just finding the reservation with his last name.
BOKDE.
B.
OKDE.
So even with this last name, I'm unable to find his reservations. Then next process, I would be asking for his confirmation number. Either there could be different information which you would have given while he is making a reservation. So to find out the bookings with the confirmation number, I have to go to the advanced options, and then there is a custom reference number. So for example, in case we are making reservations with any of the travel agents, Make My Trip, Travel Group, or group 1, there would be confirmation number which would be given by them. Then it will be starting with NH and followed by the numeric number 7 and 0 and so on. So this information is also we can able to find out the reservation. So automatically we can pull out the informations. So this is the, I'm just randomly going through the options which is right there. Arrivals, and then dinners. So for example, somebody is coming and asking for a guest name. Hi, I would like to meet Mr. Shirish, who's staying with you, but I don't know the room number. So what we do, we go to front desk options, and then in-house guest. If you don't know the room number and we know only the guest names, type, can I have the guest names, or you tell us.
SHIRISH.
Guest name is Shirish. So when we create it, automatically Mr. Shirish Bogde will be coming in and he is staying in 8032. So based on the identifications, we would be disclosing the room number to the guest. Else, we will not be disclosing the room number to the guest at all. So we'll be telling them, sir.
What is that? This red alerts, comments.
This is this one, right? Sir?
What alerts they have put?
Okay. Basically, like a guest will have a different comments altogether. This is just a comments. We get into the comments. We'll say, I'll tell you the package. Is so it is entire stay complimentary, except liquor and tobacco and internal calls.
International calls.
Yeah. So CP.
What is WT?
Pardon, sir?
2WT?
2W is two-way airport transfers. Short form
Achha,
is 2WT. In case if Mr. Shirish has a office transfer.
So that means my transfers are not free.
It is two-way airport transfer, which is part of your package.
No, but except they said, no, except liquor, tobacco.
Entire stay complimentary except liquor and tobacco. That's all. And internal. This is the package inclusions, which is internal.
Achha. But CPI and this is included.
Yeah, CP. So that's the his package informations.
Happy. But what's the use? I have last day today.
So this informations help the other outlet to come to know the meal plan of the guest. So straight away F&B can, when he is punching the room number 8034, he straight automatically this EP plan will reflect to them. And then when it comes to alert, for example, this is mentioned like please inform Mr. Pradhan, front house manager or the GRE upon arrival. In case if there is any alert to be given
VIP.
for a guest, so we can look at the alert. There is an alert, there are a couple of options are there.
And transport? Acha, new alerts also you can create.
Exactly. So example like, I'll tell you, in the edit options, there are alert can be given. There are three areas which is mentioned there. One is check-in, check-out and the reservations. Either the alert has to be given during the check-in or alert has to be given during upon check-in. So for example, there would be a message from GM. When Mr. Shirish comes, please call me. So how do we give an alert? We can't keep everybody informed at the reception. Please call GM when Mr. Shirish comes, because we don't know who's Mr. Shirish until and unless his photo we come to know. So we will be giving a check-in alert. Please inform Mr. Pratap on GRE upon arrival. So the moment we take a check-in, this information will pop up. So automatically we will, by default, we will be calling the consent to address. And either upon departure. Say for example, for any reasons, like in case there is any charges or in case the guest had a bad experience or any incident happened to him, we will be calling up the necessary team to apologize to the guest upon departure. So for that, there would be an option area as checkout. So in checkout option, we will be feeding the information and reservations. That's all about the alerts. And in case if the guest is having a whatever information which you are feeding it, automatically all the alerts will form over here downstairs. So this Mr. Shirish had a transport arrangements. He had come by 6279 at 1640. So these are the arrival details and these are the departure details. So we'll be going by tomorrow SG 984, I believe.
Yeah.
And by 4 o'clock in the morning, it's complimentary. SG 964 by.
No, I'm going by Indigo only.
Indigo.
SG is SpiceJet.
I think.
No.
During the flight itinerary, have you ever shared?
No, I gave the ticket, the details.
So I think they put it wrong. So the transport type, like what car?
That is correct.
What car to be arranged? The Benz or Audi or what car to be arranged? There will be mentioned over here. So this is the.
Ben means what? Ben?
Benz.
No, but Innova came.
I think you have instructed or somebody have asked?
No, I didn't instruct anything. It's okay. Doesn't matter.
So these are the basic comments.
I don't mind an audio also. At least that audio will work, na? So then there's no mechanical problem then.
So tomorrow, like what car would you like to have?
Anything.
Audi is also free and Benz is also free. I'll ensure that Audi is free.
I'll leave it to you.
So this is the basic comments that we are talking about, and looking for a guest with the room numbers and how do we find out the arrivals information. So for what we had a look, and right now we are getting into a profile. So there is an option called profile. So say for example, guest checking into 8034, the name of Mr. Shrikish. It could be address, it could be passport details or whatever it is. I'll show you the way of doing it. Get into profile options. As you can see, there is a last name, first name, salutations, and then address, city, postal code.
My number is not your mobile number. I think it's much easy if you have a mobile number also then, right? If in case you want to call me or something, then the mobile number, email ID, you should complete the profile. Eight zero three.
So I'll show you the sample one, which is
Routing is there's the routing also in this one.
Routing,
Routing.
which is fed.
Traces.
So this all these informations are fed by front of us. Like this is a alert, daily details. This will have a details about the daily rate charges. I think this is too advanced. So let me talk about the profile. This is a traces. The reason behind why do you give a traces? This is mentioned like 2 pieces of laundry per room to be added per day, non-cumulative. This will help to laundry to understand, because laundry doesn't have an option to go through all this. So when you feeding the same details into the traces, we can come to know what is the 2 pieces of laundry, 4 pieces or whatever it is. Apart from the F&B outlets for housekeeping, we have to. It is necessary for us to feed the traces. So let's come into profile. As you can see, first name, last name, address, and city. What is the postal code? Which state? Karnataka. And then salutations, Mr. VIP is complimentary. There is an option in the VIP column. There is VIP. We have categorized to VIP 1, VIP 2, VIP 3 based on the film star or corporates. In case if they are checking in, we will be tagging them as VIP 1. In case there is a GM, CEO, MD, VP, chairman in that level in any of the companies, we will be tagging them as VIP 2. And VIP 3 is a repeated guest, long stay, single lady. We will be tagging them as VIP 3 based on the profile, and then VIP 4 and 5 is based on the call, and CP commercially important person, long staying, and HMCP and most, and then SPG guest. SPG goal, SPG based on that we will be tagging them. So nowadays we are just tagging comp. So when we are tagging them as comp, it is complimentary internet. So for example, like upon checking, we will be informing the guest that your package has a complimentary Wi-Fi, which is 512 kbps. In case if they want to upgrade themselves to the higher on a chargeable basis, it will be charged. And what many guests does it, like they will be choosing the chargeable plan, and upon departure they will be distributing, saying no, I haven't chosen the complimentary chargeable plan. So as a lock, what we do is we go into this VIP column and we'll be tagging them as complimentary internet. So the guest cannot go to the next level of chargeable. For this happens for all the airlines crew, because crew always what they do, they used to go to the chargeable plan, and upon departure they will distribute. No, I haven't chosen, the internet was not working at all on all this. High-speed internet, this can be, and then more fields. There is an option called more fields. In case if it is an international guest, if it is a domestic, we will be updating the card, ID card type, whether it is a driving license, Aadhaar card, voter card, PAN, whatever it is, based on the type of the card and then the number, which is must. In case if the guest is a skipper or any type of case, it will be easy for us to find out the information and pass it on the cops. And if in case if it is an international guest, it will be a foreigner's guest, passport number, passport place of issue, passport date of issue, and then passport date of expiry and place of birth. Even if it is for a domestic guest, it is necessary for us to feed his birthday date and then anniversary date, which can be fed over here. And apart from that, the same whatever photo IDs which were collected upon check-in, it can be attached along with the PMS, whereas there is an option called PMS. This is the attachment options. We can go over here. We can pull out the guest Aadhaar card or whatever card which we are scanning it upon checking. It can be attached over here, and then credit cards, whatever details which you are collecting it upon checking. Let it be Visa card or Amex card, whatever card. We can go over here, new, create a card type. Based on the bank, we will be choosing it over here, and then this can be done. And then, say for example, I'm staying with you all, and I'm having an incident. Either when I'm dining at the restaurant, it could be something. Say for example, I'm ordering a curd rice, which is not up to the mark, or which I'm finding something in it. When I'm interacting with the guest, I'm coming to know that there is an incident during the breakfast or during the lunch or during the dinner. The same details, when I'm coming to know, I will be making a report over here. Stating notes and note type. What is the note type? Like basically we'll be feeding it as general notes. New. And then here there is an option called note type. General notes will be feeding it. And then what is the title? Like, say for example, there was an issue in the food. So we'll be titling the issue's name, and followed by we'll be describing the issues. Like on so and so date, guest was dining at the restaurant and he had so and so issue. So when he's making he's booking for a next month, automatically all this information will be pulled back and it will be there in the reservation. So there will be a alert for us when he is going for a dining. We can either inform to the restaurant or the chef to ensure that in case if he is ordering for a curd rice, we can go forward and tell them. So I believe that during your last visit you had your curd rice which was not up to the mark. We will ensure that we can take extra care for the guest. So all these information would help us to create a wow experience for the repeaters. So it is must to update the profile. So these are the way to update the guest informations. You will have to feed the number, the room number, and straight away go to the profile. The basic information which was mentioned here, you can straight away feed all these informations, including birthday date, anniversary. So whenever the guest is staying with us, automatically we can go there when we make the reservations, either with the first name of Varanasi or Amarnath. It will help us to, it will ask you, the guest had stayed with us earlier, would you like to take this history back? So if you select it, all this history will be back. So upon checking, it will be easy for us to take only a signature, whereas the rest of the details we do have. If there is any doubt, you can please.
How long the information stays in Opera of a particular guest?
Which one? It will stay. It will stay.
For how long?
There is no any experiment or year for this.
It will stay
Yes, the order is.
permanently.
Pardon?
It will stay permanently.
It will stay permanently. There is no any duration for this. It will stay only for a month or a year. In case if you don't stay, it will go off. Nothing as such. How do we know? Say for example, like today we might have a so and so guest. Next he must have very fussy. So how do we know whether he is a fussy guest? When we are feeding all this information into his profile, when he's coming for even next year, when I'm saying that I'm Suresh Khanna, I would like to make a reservations, and when I'm feeding his name, Suresh is first name, Khanna is the last name, automatically the history will be shown. And we can, how do we verify it? Sir, can I have a mobile number? The mobile number which is present in the history, the mobile number which he is telling, we will be matching it. Yes, he is the same guest, so we'll be tagging his entire address, and the history will be taking it back. So we can ensure that, like last time he had stayed with us and he had so and so issue, so we have to be extra care for the same guest. So in a such a way, it will help us really.
In case of changes in the mobile number,
In case of any mobile number, that can be edited. Say for example, last time he must have using so and so number, this time, like all this information will be fed in the system when we are taking a rich card registration form. So this is the registration card. When we are taking a printout of it, all this information will have. So when I'm presenting to the guest, he will tell us, no, this is not my number, I have changed my number. So he can strike it out and then he can write the new number which can be filled in the system if there is any changes, whatever informations. So this mainly this profile is very important to make a wow experience. That's all about. If you have any doubt, you can ask us. Hope you understood. Thank you.